Hi, in this video we are going to talk about how to tie the knots to set up your dining fly. To begin, you will need to prepare a long rope, a few short ropes like this. You will need to prepare 4 of these. Next up, then you will need to prepare also some spikes. Here we'll be using 10 packs. You will need to prepare 3 of these. The first knot that we are going to look at is the bowline. How to tie is like this. You take up the long rope and hold it in this way. Alright. You pull it slightly longer and then using your left hand, 3 fingers from your left hand, you turn it this way, like this, pinch it here, and then you turn it outwards like this. And then you use your right thumb to hold on the intersection here. From here, you can see here there's a loop here, and then there's the part of the rope. Now, this here we call this the rabbit hole, and then we call this the tree. Alright, to start off, we're going to use the end of the rope for it to come out from the bottom of the rabbit hole, come out from below like this. Alright, then we are going to go around the tree like this. Go around the tree. Then after that, we will have to go back inside the rabbit hole from top to bottom like this. Once we are there, we tighten the rope. Once we tighten it, we will have a bowline, and then we will have a loop here using the bowline knot. The second knot we are going to do is called the marlin spike hitch. So how to do is, you use this part, you wrap around the tree or the pole. And then for the loop we made just now, we put it on top of the string like this. This loop here is on top. So as you can see, there's a circle, there's a loop here, and then there's a string in the middle. You take the one in the middle, you take it, bring this up. Alright, and then you take the 10 pack, which is the spike, you go through here, and then you tighten it. Alright, that's it from the marlin spike hitch, very easy. Once we have tightened on one side of the pole, we will pull the string all the way to the other side of the pole. Before we tie the next knot, we are going to pull it over to the other side. And then we wrap around the other side of the tree like this before we do the next knot. Go to the third knot, which is the trucker's hitch. To tie the trucker's hitch, we are first going to tie a knot called slip knot, which is part of the trucker's hitch. To do the slip knot, we are going to make a loop like what we did just now. Use 3 fingers, turn it outwards to make a loop like this. Then we are going to use this part of the rope. Alright, we're going to use this part of the rope to push it in like this. Alright, this part of the rope, push it inside the loop here to make another loop like this, and then we're going to pull this out. Okay, now from here, this part might look familiar because if you look at this, this is actually marlin spike hitch. It's the same as marlin spike hitch. where we pull out the middle and then we put through a spike through here. So now, instead of putting through a spike, we are going to use this part of the rope as the spike to push it, put it through the middle, like this. Later I'm going to show you how. Okay, so how we do it is, once we are here, we push this part and then we pull out to form a small loop here. Then we are going to tighten this part of the rope. We are going to tighten it like this, leaving the small loop here. Okay, now the reason why this is called slip knot is because if we pull this apart like this, the whole knot will just fall off like this. All right, so do again using 3-finger method. Form a loop and then push this part of the rope through the loop. Okay, and then once we have the small loop, we are going to tighten here, leaving this part of the rope. Now we are going to use the end of the rope here to put through this loop here, and then we are going to pull the other direction. Okay, we keep on pulling, keep on pulling, keep on pulling this part. Okay, keep on pulling. Keep on pulling until it is firm enough for you to play the guitar with the string here. All right, to end this, we are going to bend the rope like this, and then we are going to tie the overhand, which is how we will normally tie our shoelace, like this. Just tie like this. Okay, and then tighten, so that later we can just pull this off to dismantle this. All right, that's it. We have our tracker's hitch, and with that we have our ridge line. Okay, from here to there, this is our ridge line. The fourth knot that we are going to use is called the prusik knot. So here you take the shorter rope, okay, and then you form it into a loop like this. Okay, how we are going to do it is, you can either use the reef knot or use the fisherman's knot. For here, I'm going to use the fisherman's knot. How to do it is, you tie an overhand. Using this end, you tie an overhand around this side, tighten, and then to turn this side, tie another overhand knot around the rope like this. Okay, then you tighten. There you have the fisherman knot to form a loop like this, to form a circle like this. Okay, once we have the loop, we can now proceed to tie the prusik knot, which is very easy. You put the loop on the ridge line like this, and then you turn it around. Turn around like this. Okay, very easy. I repeat, just put it here, put on your ridge line, and then go around. One time, do it again. Second time, and then third time. round it 3 times. Alright, and then you tighten it. This is your prusik knot. Alright, now for the final part of your setup, you just have to tie another one of this loop, same way as just now, okay? And then you can start attaching it to your fly sheet. So imagine this is the fly sheet. All you have to do is attach it to your prusik knot and then use another 10 pack to hold it in. Now, once after this, you can pull this prusik knot to tighten the knot. Once it is tightened, it will hold the fly sheet in place. Repeat the same procedure for the other end of the fly sheet, and then you have your dining fly set up.